Hi, I'm Katie. I'm the social media manager.
I'm Samantha. I'm the director.
We work at the cattery.
Yep.
Yep. So today we wanted to talk about
a day in the life of a shelter employee.
Exactly.
Because so many people say, like in comments, oh, you have my dream job. But many people, because we hire people and then they don't think this job is what they thought it was, don't understand all the work that goes into it.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of dirty work.
Also, Chad has joined us today.
We have a cat at the cat shelter.
Finally,
Yay!
Someone wanted to join us.
Good boy, Chad. Look at him. He's so handsome. Good boy. Chad is one of our permanent residents who lives here. On that topic, we do hear a lot, oh my gosh, you have my dream job. I would love to work at a cat shelter and all that stuff, which is great. And that's awesome. And it is a lot of fun. There's a lot of cats, that's the fun part.
Also, a lot of people say, it's my dream job because I hate people.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
That's not good.
No, there's a lot of people too.
There's a lot of people.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. So basically, day in the life.
Yeah. So it's a dirty job. Well, I guess now we have two different types of employees, which is...
Yeah, we used to be so small. We used to be so small that I did everything.
Yeah.
And then we grew a little bit and we
got one person.
Yeah, we had a whole staff of, like, it went from me to me and another person. Of course, there were always volunteers, but not every day and not
unpredictable.
And a lot of days it was just me. And then we had another employee. So there were two of us. And I say employee lightly because I didn't get paid the first few years. We'll use employee as someone that shows up on a schedule.
Exactly.
And that schedule might be every day.
It might be for several hours a day.
10,
yeah,
12, whatever.
15, 24.
And then until we moved into this building, we had 6 employees at the shelter, and I was included.
Really?
Yeah, but at that point, I was not doing the shelter work, so it was really 5.
Yep.
And
it's so crazy to think about. I was there for that.
Yeah, she made the move.
I did.
We were sad one day, and we're talking about at some point there's going to be all the employees here are not going to remember what it was like because they weren't there. They won't remember because they weren't there.
More flashbacks.
At the old shelter, and the old shelter was great.
It was. We loved it.
Until we knew we were getting a new shelter, and then we didn't put money into anything. So it became very bad because it needed so many repairs. But
we knew we were moving. So
we knew we were moving, so we couldn't replace an entire floor or AC or heat. The heat went out, which thankfully we don't need very much here.
No, it's hot here.
Yeah. Even though we're both wearing sweatshoirts.
Well,
it's cold in here.
We upgraded the shelter, okay? I'm cold now.
But even at that time, we always had between probably 80 and 120 cats there, and that was a very small place.
Mm-hmm.
So cleaning, typically it takes 3 to 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That includes, we have quarantine for new kitties coming in, isolation for cats that are sick, and then of course the shelter area. So every day, every cage in quarantine and isolation, they have litter boxes. Their litter gets changed every day because when they're sick or they're just coming in, we're monitoring them for illness, and you can tell a lot about that by their poop.
Oh, definitely.
We talk a lot about poop here. We have charts.
We have chart.
Meetings every day about poop.
Yes, poop is very important in cat care. We get talking about poop again, just like last week.
Did we talk about it last week?
We did. Poop.
Oh yeah, poop outside the box.
Pooping on the floor.
It
It could be a symptom of something. See, poop is important.
Poop is very important.
Yes, it is. Everybody poops.
So those cages get cleaned out every day. Not really deep clean with a cat in there because it's stressful, but there's always deep cleaning to be done. And in the main area, there's scooping, sweeping, Swiffering, mopping, laundry, dishes.
It's a lot of cleaning.
It's a lot of cleaning. Scooping multiple times a day. But in the morning, it's very intense.
It is.
Very intense. The bags of litter are 50 pounds. The bags of food are 35 to 50 pounds, depending.
You get really fit really fast if you're a cat care person because you're constantly moving for several hours a day. A lot of sweeping to do. First thing they do is they actually pick everything up off the floor. So every toy, every bed, everything off the floor, and make sure that they're clean. If they're not clean, they go into the laundry room. If they are clean, they'll most likely reuse them. Although I think there are days that they switch everything out.
Yeah, we have 1 day a week.
1 day a week, everything.
Unless we have had a cat in the room with ringworm, and then it's every day.
Yes, exactly.
Until we know that that's not spreading.
Exactly. That all gets picked up, and once you pick all that stuff up and shake it off, your floor is even dirtier. And then you move, all the furniture needs to be moved and swept behind. The floor needs to be Swiffered to catch any extra hairs or litter, anything hiding. And the dry Swiffer does such a good job. Like, you think you swept? No, you didn't sweep.
It's still really dirty.
It's still there. And then they mop. And again, everything has to be moved. And then that doesn't even include scooping the litter boxes, which you should do before you sweep. And then there are days that they switch out the entire litter box.
Twice a week, each room gets switched out.
Exactly.
That's heavy.
It's very heavy. They actually have a fancy cart.
Which we didn't have at the last place.
Nope. We didn't have it here for a while either.
Yeah, it got donated.
It did. Yeah.
We were very...
Before I switched to this job.
We didn't know what we were missing until that got donated.
For real.
Yeah.
I got really strong. I could carry 6 of those.
With litter.
With litter in them. But yesterday I saw, or maybe it was Monday, I saw Alyssa pick up 7, and I was like, oh dang it. I never got to 7. But yeah, so, everything is kept really clean on purpose, not only just for the smell of the shelter. You don't want people walking in and being like, can't wait to adopt a cat.
This is what my house is going to smell like.
Which it won't. There's 30 or 40 cats in the room, so it's a little bit,
different.
Yep. So we're trying to keep it really clean in there for the adopters, the people that you may not like to deal with. There's adopters that come in every day, most days. But also the cats. Having their environment really clean, it really helps keep them in better spirits, keep them happy. Cats, believe it or not, are pretty clean creatures. They spend most of the day grooming themselves. They like clean. They like their litter boxes clean. They like their beds clean.
Most illnesses are spread by poop. Or even hair floating around.
Yep.
Sneezing on things.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the other thing too. It's just the health of the cats.
Yeah, we clean the walls, we clean the trees, we clean the windows.
He's cleaning his toes. Sorry.
One good thing about a big butt is it is nice. It's comfy for the cats as a pillow.
Perfect butt pillow. Yeah. The job is a lot of cleaning. I know that a lot of people think, oh, you get to play with cats all day. You're not playing with cats all day. You really need to do a lot of cleaning, and there's also dishes, not just the cleaning of the rooms, but laundry, dishes.
Cleaning the litter box after they're emptied.
Litter box station. Yeah,
we have a whole little station to clean litter boxes at, which might be getting an upgrade soon. But anyway, that's a different story. I think we skipped over one of our points was at the old shelter.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone did everything.
Yeah.
So adoption counselors they cleaned the first part of the morning, which was really great because then you interact with the cats and you get to know them.
Yep.
And that's
you really get to make
partly how we make matches is because they spend so much time with the cats.
Exactly.
But when we got over here, we tried something different. Where we have cat caretakers and adoption counselors.
Separate.
They're separate, but even the adoption counselors still get here and clean and do dishes and whatever. They're not completely out of the cleaning.
Yeah, they pitch in, they help out.
But they're still in it. So even that position, while not as physical, is still pretty physical.
Yes, it is.
So it's not all playing with cats, sadly.
But there are moments of the day you get to play with cats.
We do have scheduled time for playing with cats. We call it cat buddies.
It's important too.
It's very important for us.
Yes.
For our mental health.
Yes.
And for some of the shyer cats, we want to make sure that they're all getting interaction and experiences with people that are good, so they come out of their shell when strangers come.
Exactly.
So sometimes that takes a really long time.
Yep.
For example, we had a cat named Coral. Her video is on here if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to misquote because I don't remember, but she was here at least 2 years, right?
Yes.
The first one, if it's 2 years, I'll say the first 1 year and 10 months, she barely let any of us touch her. She
Not
would
at all.
run around, like getting away from us, like trimming her nails and brushing her and all that was really a struggle.
Yeah.
And then like all that time into it, she became the friendliest cat.
Overnight.
And like someone was like, "Oh, I pet Coral." I'm like, "No, you didn't."
I think it was me.
You did not.
I was like, I have a video of it. Because I was in disbelief as well.
And then she became so friendly so quickly after that that someone came in and adopted her, and I put her in her carrier, and we thought it was going to be like this kind of dramatic event, but it was...
She was like, I'm ready.
Yeah. Just all of a sudden, she's like, these people are cool. And they're not all like that. Like sometimes, usually if a cat is shy and tames for like the staff, it usually takes longer for them to then be that way with new people that come in. So
yeah.
Adopters that come in. But she went super quick.
Yeah, she did. As soon as she came out of her shell, she was adopted. She's cute. She was really cute. And very, very friendly all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. Like a little light switch, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
She's just like, oh, people are cool. But just randomly decided that. I'm going to change myself in 2023. For New Year's
maybe
resolution.
that was it. New year, new me.
New me. Who's Coral? I'm Carol.
But yes, there is time to play with cats in the day.
Yeah.
Scheduled time even, but it's hard work. It's not easy. And on top of that, it's emotional.
Very emotional. Oh, that's a good point. The job is very emotionally taxing.
Scientifically.
Let's look at this logically.
Yeah. Cats have a lot of kittens in a litter because they're fragile and not all of them make it. And it's not only because, when they're born in the wild, there are dangers and whatever. It's because they're just fragile little creatures. So it's what a lot of people don't think about. Like if we take in 200 kittens during kitten season, which it's actually a lot more, but
it's a lot more.
Some of them are not going to make it no matter what we do.
Right.
And that's very hard.
It is.
Cats that have been here a while that you're emotionally invested in sometimes get sick and don't make it.
Yep.
On the flip side, sometimes cats you're emotionally invested in and have been here a while get adopted.
God.
Which is the happiest of the outcomes.
It's so happy.
But it still hurts.
It still hurts.
And it's why we're here. It's why we do this.
It's the point.
It still hurts.
It sounds silly, but I'm just going to use cookies and cream as an example. Because
I didn't tell you about that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I had a bad weekend. That's my excuse.
It's okay. I saw the picture and I was just like, it was a mix of emotions, okay? Because I love them so much. I was so happy, and then all of a sudden I just burst into tears. Cookies and cream got adopted. And he's like, that's a good thing. I'm like, I know, I'm so happy. It's hard because, and logically, I know this is my job, get the cats adopted. We take them in, we get them healthy if they need that, we get them ready for adoption, and then we wait for them to get adopted. We try to promote them, and we're excited when they get adopted. But in that time period, especially if they've been here a while, at some point, it feels like your cat.
Yes.
Chad feels like my cat.
That's honestly, there are reasons why we have permanent residents. Like there are reasons, but on top of the actual reasons, the reasons are I think we all need cats here that we know aren't going anywhere.
Exactly. That's
So,
honestly
like for our mental health, like we know Chad's going to be here and we can rely on that. Chad will be here.
He's so handsome and sweet. But yeah, exactly. That's a really good point too. Yeah, I know that maybe Cookies and the Cream aren't there anymore, but I can go in that room and I can see Chester. And Monday, Chester gave me so many snuggles. And I'm like, does he know I'm sad? I feel like he knows because he's a good boy.
And there are reasons. We're not just being selfish and saying these guys are going to stay here forever because we need them to.
I need them.
There are underlying reasons, but they're also...
But it helps.
That is a reason also on top of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we all have cats at home except Crystal. But anyway, but having them here and having someone that we know isn't going home that's part of the shelter is still really important.
He is home.
He is home. This is his home.
Yeah. If you do any rescue, then you do know that it can be emotionally taxing to be in rescue. This is just on a massive scale because it's a shelter. Like we see a lot more.
And just all the reasons why cats end up here in the first place.
Yes.
And that, without going into details or adding stories about that can not be great for mental health either.
Yeah. We hear a lot of stuff.
We see a lot of stuff.
See a lot, hear a lot. Yeah. And oh my goodness.
And sometimes we've had this conversation before on this podcast. Sometimes the people that actually want to help animals are also mean to us.
Very mean.
So
that's hard.
Very
hard.
It's a very rewarding job. I wouldn't do anything else.
Me neither.
But
there's a lot.
There's a lot. And I think the good definitely outweighs the bad. And if working at a shelter is your dream or doing rescue is your dream, do it. But just be aware.
Be ready.
Be ready. That it's not just playing with cats, unfortunately.
It's not. It's okay to not be okay with what's going on, but you have to be ready for it because you can't stop it. It's part of it. It's part of the job. Sometimes you're going to have a really sad day. Sometimes you're going to have a great day. And sometimes it's going to be a mix of both. So definitely rely on people around you. That's my tip for you. Can't do this without you. Need you.
We need you. Please help us.
Help.
If you don't know, if you're on the fence about really wanting to work at a shelter, you volunteer.
Ooh, yeah.
That lets you help out, but it doesn't commit you to doing it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a great tip. We couldn't exist without volunteers.
Exactly.
So it's just a good way to get your feet wet. And that's what I tell. We get a lot of people asking, how do you start? I want to start a shelter, who have never actually done any rescue work. So let's start by volunteering.
Yeah.
Make sure that that's something that you want to do before you get loans.
Yeah. Before you jump in. Oh my gosh. Everybody is important in rescue, whether you're the person who has a cat that you adopted to the person who's running the whole damn show.
Everyone involved in rescue is important.
You don't have to work at the shelter to be an important part of rescue. You could, like Sam said, get involved with volunteering. Fostering saves lives.
Mm-hmm.
You could even just join an online cat community and donate and go to their lives every Tuesday.
Watching this video, watching our live videos, all that helps.
You're doing something right now.
You're doing something right now that helps us.
Exactly. So, in short,
it's a very wonderful job, and we wouldn't do anything else. But it's not always easy, and if you really want to get into rescue, you just need to be prepared that there are bad things. It's not all playing with cats.
Yeah. Although I wish it was. I would just pet Chad all day if I could. So yeah, that's the nitty-gritty of working in a rescue. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Come back next Monday for another podcast. Of course,
tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends. Tell everybody. Tag them or share them or email it. I don't know. However you share it. Just share it.
Subscribe. Oh, we said subscribe.
Subscribe to us because we're going to post every single Monday. And there's other videos going up on YouTube too. So if you like cats, you want to get more involved, do that. And there's going to be links in the description down below, different ways to get in touch with us and interact with us online. So see you next week. Bye.
Bye.